Hey, Dragon here. Just wanted to give a quick update to something I've been up to today. Haven't finished the acclimator, actually haven't worked on it at all because I wanted to build something else to a degree. Yeah, what the heck is that thing? About, give or take, half the size of an Imperial, yet obviously smaller than an acclimator. So the question is, what is it? Especially when you look at it from the bottom. It looks very weird, nice and flat, and then the pretty big hangar, nowhere near as big as that thing's hangar. You probably fit a Crusader inside. You're not going to fit a Corellian Corvette inside, but you can fit a lot of fighters, and a very weird setup on the back. In fact, it is very weird indeed for this entire ship design. What is it? Well, I haven't actually built the bridge yet. The bridge is unique. Give me a second and I'll show you. Because as soon as you see the bridge, you will probably point at it and say, I know that ship. I know it quite well. Right. Do you recognize it now? It's obviously no Imperial, but do you recognize it now? This is the Vindicator Hall. The Vindicator Hall, there's my character right there, hello. The Vindicator Hall is a good multi-purpose vessel design. It is used for three basic ships. The Vindicator class, which is a good anti-capital vessel. The Enforcer class, which is a good anti-fighter vessel. Then there's the third one, which is not good against fighters or capital ships. And yet it trumps everything thus far. The Immobilizer class. The Immobilizer 418 class, to be precise. What the hell is the Immobilizer 418? Interdiction cruiser. There'll be some gravity spheres there and underneath. But those will be later. I need to build the base ship for now that all three will use, and then modify each of the three. But I think first I'm going to finish this. I'm not sure though. I might want the other. I wanted to build the Karak Cruiser first. However, the one thing that the Karak Cruiser is known for, besides having powerful turbo laser broadside, is ion cannons. And this is too tall. The Karak Cruiser has ion cannons. Mon Calamari ships, ion cannons. That thing, ion cannons. The Victory, ion cannons. This does not, that does not. None of the others thus far do. But other vessels do have them, so I need to get them. The problem is, I haven't found any decent mod that I like that has ion cannons. Now, besides the pretty big hangar on this thing, I mean, look at the size of this hangar here, which, if you got some room here, even if you just section this whole thing off, if all you do is this, which I'm just doing this for a proof of concept of just how big it is. Look at this. There. Do I need that reinforcement? Yeah, that's part of the upper hall. Yeah, it is. Oops. And there. Look at the size of this hangar! You, come here. Oops. Look at this. Look at the size of this thing. You can almost fit this gunship in here. It's pretty close. So how many fighters can you fit in this thing? I mean, this thing's hangar is just this. That has no hangar. That is mostly hangar. This, yeah, it's not giant, but it can hold a couple ships. And it's supposed to go back into the ship a bit. Not to mention front of the ship for like fighters and whatnot. Actually, I think it's supposed to be a lot smaller, so something like this maybe. Yeah, I think it's more like that. At any rate, did you see the size of this thing? That is a big hangar. If I did this, and then you had storage in there and there, and this was a docking bay, you could get a big ship here. Not the red ship. Which reminds me, it's about time I did this. Red boy. Everyone should recognize this big thing. Big. Pfft, my butt. It's tiny in comparison. It's upside down. There we go. Hello. Yeah, it's tiny in comparison to the Nebulon B. Look at this. It fits under here. And it nearly fits into that hangar. I mean, it's not that big, but well, can it actually? Not quite. But this is the red ship, which isn't small, and look at it. Look in comparison to this. It's so big on the inside, you can almost fit it in here. Can you? What? I can actually place it. That's how big it is. And to place it, you gotta get the whole cube. Look at this thing compared to this, okay? This is a small cruiser. This is a light cruiser. That's a support vessel. The Victory is also considered a light cruiser just because of its raw speed and lack of armor. This thing's a cruiser, the big one. I think I may have to change the design, either widen it or make it less. I might have to widen it. The reason? Looking at how I build this is equal going along the side. They're all 3 on here. This is 2, then 3, then 2 and 3 alternating. So it's not going to be as smooth. But then again, it's doable. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. And by doing it 2 and 3, it makes it bigger. It makes it wider. This thing's actually narrower. So we'll see what happens. And I think I need to point out the front a bit more. Yeah. Yeah. You know me, I'm always building in the middle of a video. Why? Because that's what I do. That looks better. Actually kind of does. Should I have it one more? Ooh, just a little knife edge. That'll work. That'll work. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Vindicator class, which is also the Enforcer and the Interdiction Cruiser. I believe the actual design was a bit longer and a bit narrower, but meh. Space Engineers. I gotta get to work. I'll catch you later.